Sneak peek number 2 is here, and we get to take a look at some of the new buildings coming in the next update. And again, thanks to Carbon Vin for allowing me to use some of his footage for the sneak peeks. His video is linked down in the description below, but let's go ahead and jump in. So this new building is going to be with the lab assistant, which is going to be like the apprentice builder, except he's going to be for the laboratory, and both of them are going to be housed in this new building. And this building will unlock at Town Hall 9. This is the new Hero Revive spell that unlocks at Town Hall 15, which is pretty neat. Here we have the new troop, which is actually going to unlock at Town Hall 16. And then here we have the new defense for Town Hall 17. Now let's look at all these a little bit closer. So here's the new lab assistant and all the stats. The first unlock is actually free, unlike the apprentice builder, but over all the upgrades, he ends up being more expensive than the apprentice builder. Still not the biggest fan of the apprentice builder with the cost, and I'm not really feeling any better about this one. It's a very expensive thing. I know these are meant to be something that you unlock and upgrade over time, but it's still, these are very expensive additions to your village, but they will help you out in the long run for sure. So if you do invest the resources to upgrade your lab assistant to the max level, first of all, at every level, he increases your laboratory speed by 12 times, which is pretty significant, but if you get him to that max level, he's going to do it for 12.5 hours, which is quite a bit of upgrade time. Now, this new spell is kind of crazy. This is the Hero Revive spell. So yeah, I mean, it is what it sounds like. If your hero goes down, you can use this spell and bring them back to life. So as you can see here on the stats card, your hero will come back with 75% of its health, which is very cool. It's only 2 housing space, which isn't very much. And something else Carbon Fin points out later on in this video, if you actually go into your settings and you turn off this automatically use abilities on KO, and your hero goes down without using their ability, you can use this spell and bring them back and still use their ability later on. So the ability doesn't go away if the hero goes down and you still have that spell to use. So I think that's really neat, and I do think we're going to be seeing some really creative stuff later on with that setting turned off and this spell being used. And here we have the new troop coming in. The thrower actually looks pretty cool here. So looking at the level 3 stats here for the thrower, obviously by the name, it's a ranged troop. It does 200 damage per second, 2100 health, and it is 16 housing space. We'll have to wait and see how strong they are, but I know I'm going to be getting them early on and testing them out on day 1. Speaking of testing things out on day 1, if you want to come and hang out while I'm testing things live on stream, I stream here on YouTube and I'll be live over on Twitch. Both of those links are down in the description if you want to make sure you're following along. We'll be going live as soon as the update drops. And then finally, we've got the new big defense for Town Hall 17, and I think it looks pretty neat. It's like a little chunky dragon there that spits fire, and it does lots of splash damage, so it's kind of like a scatter shot, but it's also kind of different in a couple of ways, which you'll see here shortly. The main one is the range. It has longer range than a scatter shot does. The other one is it's actually directional, so let's go ahead and take a look at this thing as it fires. So here we go. So Carbon's showcasing here where the scatter shot doesn't hit the queen's healers, but the new Firespitter does. So you can see the healers are taking damage. I do think it's noteworthy though that they don't take a lot of damage, so you should still be able to queen charge through them, but we'll have to wait and see. However, from a base building perspective, it might be a good idea to put some red air bombs in front of the Firespitter to help increase that damage onto the healers and take them down quite a bit faster. So it's still going to be a dangerous thing for queen charges no matter what. Like I said, they are directional, so they're kind of like an air sweeper where you got to point them in a certain direction. So here we can see the stats for the level 2 Firespitter. It's going to be at 5,000 HP. It's going to do 425 damage per second, but it's going to be 49 damage per hit. And the stats, as you can see, don't stop there. Even though it maxes out at level 2, it is going to have the option for supercharging after it's maxed out. So you can max it out at level 2, and then you got the, I believe, 2 more supercharge levels after that. That's going to do it for day 2 sneak peeks. And again, Carbon Fin's video linked down below goes more in depth and has some example attacks with all the new stuff being showcased. So go check that out. And with sneak peek number 3 coming tomorrow, if you guys need something to watch in the meantime, I recommend checking out this video right here.